Hey, what's up, everybody? It's TeaRon here. That's TeaRon, period. And I am the host of the Ubiquitous Blacks podcast. I first want to thank you for stopping by and checking this out. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, follow, do all the things that will allow you to get notifications for anything that we have coming up here in the future on this channel. If you are listening to this as a podcast medium, go ahead and follow the podcast, leave a 5-star rating, review, etc., etc. It's so much appreciated. As I'm recording this, we have nearly reached our goal of 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So if you have already subscribed and you're watching this, all I ask you to do is share this with someone who you may think is interested in this kind of content, and let's reach 1,000. Okay. That being said, I don't want to waste too much time. If you have checked out some of my travel content, or you just stopped by the channel to get information for traveling to Ghana, West Africa, then this video is for you. Since the day I decided to upload content for the YouTube channel to help others through the visa process for traveling to Ghana, I have been able to connect with and meet some amazing people, and I feel responsible. I feel like I feel like I am helping people achieve their wildest dreams. It amazes me how we can get onto the internet, search whatever it is we can think of, and find results. And that's how a lot of you all found me. And recently, that took me down to Atlanta, where I met with someone who was able to use the information we provided to achieve their dream of making it to Africa for the first time. And I decided, hey, I'm here, they're here. Why not us get together and we share this story, share this journey? And that's what you are about to check out. So, here on the YouTube channel, I'm going to first upload this interview in parts just so it's more digestible. But if you are a podcast listener and you want to check out the full interview with my guest that you're about to be introduced to, please go ahead and check out the Ubiquitous Blacks podcast wherever you get your podcast media. With that being said, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Traviel. Traviel is someone who I connected with through our YouTube channel, who was looking for information simply on, the visa application process. I was able to go down to Atlanta and sit down with Traviel. I'm sorry, Trap, and we were able to connect and have an amazing long conversation about his first trip to West Africa and what that meant to him. And I'm excited to share this with you all today. If you have come across any of the content for Ubiquitous Blacks and it's helped you also create your journey, or you are planning to get there, feel free to reach out to myself on Instagram, TikTok, all the different places. You can email me, ubiquitousblacks@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment on the YouTube uh, channel. But I feel like I'm gonna go on a tangent here, so let me not. Let's stay on track. Please do me a favor, check out this video, and if you would like to connect and also share your story, feel free to reach out. And who knows, maybe you can be featured on an upcoming episode of the Ubiquitous Blacks podcast. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Conversation already in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Enjoy.
So yeah, I'm Traviel. For people who don't know, I go by Trap. That's what my friends call me. I do live in Atlanta. I am a vegan chef, pretty well known. I got a business called Vegan Village. You know, you guys can follow me on Vegan Village ATL. That's our business page. And yeah, I love to travel. Uh, Traveling is one of my loves in this world. So definitely love to travel. Being Black, you definitely gotta get out there and see the world. Um, and yeah, that's me. I'm also going to start a traveling blog, and your boy TeaRon is helping me get started. So
No, I'm glad to, and I'll put everything in the description. But I just want to get right into it.
let's do it.
Okay, I've been wanting to talk to you ever since you returned back, unfortunately, back to the U.S.
Yeah, I can still taste the motherland. You know,
It's all right though. It's all right.
good though. Yeah.
So first, before we get into this is your first time visiting Africa in general,
Right.
and you actually visited 3 different countries.
3 different countries. Yep.
And had quite a journey. But before we get into your journey, I want to ask you what made you want to visit Africa at the age you are now? What do you think finally got you to go and make that trip? I'm curious.
For those who don't know, I'm 32, but I know I look younger, 25. You know. But yeah, man. So I always had a huge fascination of just Africa. Like I'm one of those. I guess you can call me woke. I love my people. I love Black people. I love the fact that we, you know, are originally from Africa. We were African first. People need to remember that. We were African first. Like I know that, there's a dark history associated with Africa, and that's why I feel like I need to go back and see what I'm missing, see what I can do over there, and meet and just learn the culture, learn my history, learn that heritage, that part of who we are as people. So I guess I'll start with this. I trace my heritage. Um, I'm from Gabon, Africa.
See, I always get confused if it's like Gabon or Gabon or.
Well, yeah. Like I hear people say Gabon or Gabon, but
I'm gonna find out how to say it.
you're gonna find out.
So, but you did like a genealogy. You did like
yeah. So Chad Boseman, rest in peace. He I saw him do an interview, and he was like, "Don't do the ancestry one, do the African ancestry one, because that one traced directly where you're from, and it tells you where your tribe's from." So I'm from the Fang and Bengal tribe, so that that's pretty cool.
You're so proud.
I gotta be, man. Like I gotta be proud. I in general, like, I mean, I'm living in Atlanta, right? My bad. Black people in Atlanta are hustlers, and guess what? Guess where we get it from? Africa, bro.
Don't nobody work harder than any African.
You already know. You already know. They hustlers out here. They hustlers.
So what made you finally decide to take the trip? And then the places you chose, why do you think you chose those places? So you visited, I'm trying to go in order. You visited Senegal, Morocco, and Ghana, right?
In Ghana, right?
Okay. Why did you choose those 3 places, and what pushed you to take the trip to Africa? I mean, because you love your people, obviously. So
right, of course,
that was a part of it.
That's a big part of it. For sure.
Okay, all right. So get into that, like why you chose those places.
So I mean, just really I guess my friend Trevor, he's also my business partner with Vegan Village, right? We tight, we best friends since college. I know his brothers, cousins. We all like family, right? So of course, he was just like, "Yo, I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Senegal." So I was like, "You ain't going to Senegal without me?" Like what? So I was like, "I'm going too." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to Senegal too." And I think as a kid, like even from like an early age, I used to read books about African just culture and just
Did you start the way most of us African Americans when we start learning about African culture or anything, especially when we're young? The first thing is like Egypt, right? Is that how it started?
Egypt. Yeah. I mean, like the schools they'll hit on it a little bit. Of course, they don't. Really, it was the books, just reading different books. I did have a teacher who was like really into it, and she kind of got me into it. And not only that, I had another teacher who was just like, oh, he goes to Africa all the time. He just loves the African people. He was white, but it was okay, But yeah, man, like for me, like I think there's a lot of like rich history there. They have the most resources in the world. I mean, African Americans just got to go back, man. I'm not saying you got to stay there or anything, but you should just go
But you
back
got to make the trip
and experience it for yourself.
So start with Senegal. So you were coming from a place like Atlanta,
Right.
taking that long flight,
Long
and
flight.
I know it's a long
Ooh.
flight.
Ooh.
You know what's crazy is when I was going to Ghana last summer, right?
You spent a month, right?
Yeah. I was there for a while,
Nice.
but when I went on the flight there, the like long flight, I think it was like I don't know how many fucking hours, like 13.
Yeah, it's like
something
13.
like that. It's crazy.
It's long for sure.
Well, on that long flight, so coming from Chicago, then over, I literally like did not have to pee once. It's crazy. And there's a white guy that was sitting next to me, and first of all, we had a long conversation. I was like, "Where you going?"
Where are you going?
I was like, "Where are you going?" And you better believe he was going on some mission trip, but to a different country.
Lord have mercy. All I could think of, Black Panther. Is it Siri? Is that her character, Siri?
Yeah.
She was like, colonizer. That's all I could think of.
Yo, that's another story. I'm getting off on a tangent, but yeah. He was like, we had a long conversation because he sat next to me, and I wanted to know why you were going on a mission trip to Africa. What's this? Like we were talking. I didn't let him on to what I was asking him, but we was talking. But anyway, so when we finally landed, I didn't even realize it. He was like, "Wow, you have an impressive bladder." And I was like, "What? Thank you." But sorry about that. But
you good.
it just popped in my head.
I mean, it's the same for me as well.
For the long flight?
Not all the way back, yeah.
Oh, no.
Obviously, that was different, but yeah. For the most part, yeah.
So you were taking this trip. You did a solo trip for the most part, right? Or
for Ghana was strictly solo.
Okay.
But,
So
Senegal and Morocco, I had my friends with me.
Describe the feeling of getting ready to land. I don't know what your route was, right? But describe the feeling of getting ready to land and knowing that when you were looking out the window, hopefully you had a window seat. Don't get me started. But knowing that when the wheels touched the ground, you were there. Did it feel real then that you made it to Africa, or was it when you were like finally out and about the next day? Because some people it hits them immediately. They'd be like,
For me, I mean, for me, I was just happy because I got business class, so I'm like, this is really about to be a good trip. Not rich, flight benefits. Flight benefits. Get you an airline, but no, like as soon as I got on the plane, I was just like, yo, this is for real. This is like.
As soon as you would leave.
As soon as I got on the plane, bro, like driving to the airport.
Yeah.
I just knew like I am going to Africa. I am finally going to the motherland. Like this is surreal, and I've been on a lot of trips. I've been out of the country multiple times.
It ain't the same.
It's just not the same when you go home.
It's something else.
Yeah,
because going to places like I've been all around Europe and all those places, and if it doesn't feel any different than leaving here, you know what I mean? Like people sound a little different, they look a little different, the food is trash, but it's really no different. But when you got off the plane and you were in Senegal, here's where I want to get into, because there's levels to this. You are from Atlanta, right? You grew up here and everything?
Well, no, it's deeper than that. I'm from a small town, Waycross, Georgia. After college, I came here. So exactly, you don't know where it is. Think about this. That town is like, a lot of people don't get outside.
Okay.
Maybe they go to Miami, but that's about it. and there's nothing wrong with that. But as a black person,
yeah,
male or woman, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go at all costs if you can. If you can. No, not Miami, Africa.
Oh, okay.
And I guess the moment, I guess I can kind of give you how I felt.
Yeah,
You've seen,
go ahead.
Pursuit of Happiness, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You see Pursuit of Happiness. You see Will Smith where he finally got his first break and he got the job.
Right.
And he put up that look. I made it. That's how I felt. How I felt.
Okay. When I arrived, when the first time I arrived in Africa, it was nighttime. So I bad joke, forewarning, bad joke, but whatever.
Okay.
When I first was arriving, it was nighttime, and I specifically remember saying, "Let me make a video, out the window,
right,
as we're landing, and show my friend that there's lights."
Yeah, the notorious stereotype.
I didn't think that.
Right.
I wasn't like, oh
yeah.
But people say stupid shit. But I remember that being a thought. I was like, oh wait, let me show them there's lights. But anyway, so when you arrived, was it also evening, or was it?
It was. No, it was light. It was sunlight. It was like the morning.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So because it's a totally different thing. But
right.
Talk to me about going through the airport in Senegal. What that went? How did that go?
So Senegal was fine. I mean, one thing I would say, you need to learn French, or you need to know a little bit of French, basically, because it's a French-speaking country.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of things that happen. Taxi driver, I'm in the taxi. I'm at 20%. And I'm just like trying to explain to him how to get to the place, and he's like, they don't use street names.
Yeah.
So you need to know.
Yeah, you got to know landmarks.
Right, landmarks.
That's already scary.
Right. So that's the worst. I mean, that's probably the only thing I would say. Like, you gotta learn French. Like, you come into their country, you need to learn a little bit of French.
That makes sense.
So
and then go on. I'm listening.
So Senegal, like, and all three of these countries are amazing countries. Senegal is like probably one of my favorites, for sure. The only thing I would say is French is needed.
Yeah. I think Senegal is his favorite because that's the first one he went to. So it's always gonna be like, oh, that's my first African country.
Well, Ghana's.
I
got into Ghana yet, and I could.
Go. We'll still stay in Senegal for now.
We'll stay in Senegal. Like, Senegal was just a different vibe, man. Like, the bustling streets of Senegal, right?
The what now?
The bustling streets.
The bustling streets. Okay. All right.
They drive crazy. I mean, just straight up, like they drive so crazy. I never see anything like it is a culture shock. If I would say one thing that you got to be careful about, if you rent a car, be careful because you're gonna be neck and neck. You're gonna be close. They're gonna be touching your car. So but
you can't do nothing but sit there and look around.
It ain't for the weak. If you're not, if you ain't used to driving out of the country, just most countries are like that. But yeah, man, Senegal was beautiful. I felt welcome.
Right. What was the most welcoming moment you referred to, or like what made you feel welcome?
Like welcome? Well, of course, your boy. Everybody made it to the destination fine. Mm-hmm. I even met a friend at the airport that's from there. Like he got my taxi for me. Told me where I stay.
Right.
I still get lost. Taxi still go to the wrong place.
This is your first day there?
First day there. First day. It was fine.
And you got lost.
Got lost. It took me to like this.
You was by yourself.
By myself, which I'm not phased by. I'm a solo traveler, so it's fine, right? But I had this big ass luggage bag, first of all, and there's dirt. There's a lot of sand.
In the car, you mean?
No, sand on the ground.
On the ground.
So I can't roll it, and it's heavy. It's about it's maybe like 60, 70 pounds because I'm staying there for a month. I'm staying in Africa for a month, so I wanted to be prepared.
Right.
So I'm like, man, this is crazy. But obviously, I'm in Africa, so I'm not carrying right now. I'm not carrying right now. You gotta get me a headset, man. You gotta get me one of those. Yeah, my bad, y'all. But the most realest welcoming moment was when I met the family, as you know. Like,
what family?
You didn't see the Instagram? Okay, well, we gonna break that video down.
Okay,
on my page.
Okay,
and you will be invited as a guest. So on my Instagram page, I ran into this lady, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she knows English, yes." So she knows a little bit of English, and she's like, "Just come with me, because I'm asking people. They're like, I don't speak the language.
Oh gosh,
I don't speak English." So I'm like,
it hits you hard.
It really does. That was the first time I was just like, this is the very first time I felt like, oh man, I don't know what to do, because I'm literally like, okay, friends, they weren't answering their phones.
Of course,
they were sleeping, which made sense. It was early. So I'm like, yo, where y'all at? Like, where y'all at? Like, no one's answering. I'm over here just standing here. It's starting to rain a little bit. So I'm like, oh, man, it's about to suck. So this nice lady invited me in. Yeah. She's like, I got a son. He's around your age. He speaks English. Son's comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, what up? And I'm like, yes. So I'm like, oh man, but that was my surreal moment, but that's also the most welcoming moment, because not only did they invite me in, she treated me like her son. She fed me, a hot meal.
What did you eat? Do you remember what it was?
Senegalese rice. I think it was. I don't know if it was jollof, but it was good. It was good. A whole bunch of vegetables. By the way, obviously I'm vegan. I have a vegan pop-up restaurant in Atlanta. So,
but did you ever win in Rome it?
Did I ever what?
Win in Rome?
No. I'm strict.
Can't take him nowhere.
I'm strict.
Can't take you no. For me, like, I'm not vegan, right? But if I was,
you would.
I would if I was vegan and I went somewhere,
right?
And somebody was like, "This is what a delicacy that we ate," and it's like a baby chicken. I don't know, and it's like I'm probably gonna eat it because I'm there, and I won't feel bad about it either.
Well, I wouldn't just like I'll tell people, and I mean, there's been times when I've been in a different country and I'll tell them like, hey, no, don't put this in there, and then I'll eat something and be
it's
like,
in there anyway. Because you're like, damn, why is this tasting so good?
I'm like, because I know the difference between vegan cheese,
yeah,
and regular cheese. So I'm like, damn, this can't be no vegan cheese.
It's
so,
too. It can't be vegan cheese because it's too good.
Yeah, let me check. But but the cheeses are getting better. They're starting to melt. Me being a vegan chef though, I'm skilled, so I make my own cheese. Okay, but we'll have a taste.
Should have brought me some.
We'll you know what? If I come up there,
I got you.
St. Louis.
No.
Where?
I don't want these people to know where I am.
Oh, what? Okay, whatever. You can come back to Atlanta, and I'll. Matter of fact, I'll have a pop up, and we can vlog it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, actually.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So.
So going from that. So wait, you were saying like you've had some stuff that was not vegan in other places, but did you finish it after you knew?
Nah, I mean,
or you just push it away?
I just don't eat it. I mean, some people,
So when you were eating at the lady's house, what did you have? Do you remember?
I really should have showed you the video so you
could
have
showed me the video.
Seen it.
Was it like a stew or something?
Nah, so she had the rice, which was
like rice and veggies.
Rice and veggies, and the good thing about them, like I said, sweet lady. The rice, all the stuff, most of the stuff that they were eating fish. Most of it was veggies, like veggies, rice, fish. So, I just and the mom was just like, go ahead, eat. They were just trying to feed me so much, like coffee, giving me sugar. Like it was just like, you a kid and your mom like, you need to eat. Go ahead and eat. And you're like, Mom, I'm not hungry, but they gonna make you eat, which was fine. Like I was so full of that. But it was nice, man. It was nice.
That would have definitely probably been I'd have a different vibe or a different way of speaking about my first experience. If that happened as well, I'd be like, yeah, like I got me a mother in Senegal now.
Yeah,
like,
no, and that's
I did
how
not
I
have
see
that
her.
experience.
Yeah, that's exactly how I see her. Like she literally we did like she wanted to do. I told her I was a vlogger, right? Or at least trying to be, right? So she wanted to do a video with me, so I do a video, and I got the whole like spiel of the whole conversation, the food, so we can do another take, and we can talk about it. But literally, like I hugged her, and she was like introducing herself, and she got like 9 sisters, and her son, like Habib or whatever, it's Khabib. I mean, he was just like, that is so African, and I immediately was thinking like, that's such a black thing, like yo. So it's like, even though we here, we similar in a lot of ways, I
tell people that all the time.
We're so similar, yeah.
Like there's certain things that get passed down that are not physical, right? There's been studies about like people who go through certain traumas, they can have children who carry that same trauma. There, so if there are certain things you can pass down that you just can't really explain that much, and black mamanisms is one of those things. Whether you are from East Africa, West Africa, Brazil, whatever, all black moms do the same shit, and they say the same stuff all the time too.
It can be in a different language. It's
the same thing.
It's still communicated the same way.
You can call it chancla, or you can call it a flip flop. It's the same.
Same thing.
I tell people that all the time though, like. We be doing similar shit, and it's not until you witness it or experience it, it's like
right. Like and then hey,
I was about to say that's what I'm about to say. You'll go from
yeah, cause that's what I noticed. Like when
Jesus.
I was trying to, So you just gotta be there to understand, man. I mean, this is a little past Senegal, but in Ghana, I experienced like my tour guide. We friends, like we
Right.
legit friends now. He, oh, man, the traffic, right?
Oh wait. Before we get to Ghana, because that's gonna be
let's stay on track. Let's stay on track.
So you were in Senegal for how long?
About a week, maybe like
okay.
7 days.
Do you feel like you checked the box on a lot of things you wanted to do when you got there within that time, or do you feel like you needed more time?
I need more time. You need about a month in each country.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just too much to do.
Yeah, I agree.
So much to explore.
The next place you went after you so you went to Senegal for a week, and then you hopped countries to Morocco.